Mohan and Jayashri, Maharaj's part-time evening translators.
So does it mean that they are within the limits of the Maya, the illusion, or have they transcended? Maharaj says that once they have transcended the I am the body idea.
Maharaj asked me, why have you come here? For what? So I said, I want God. I want to see God. Then he laughed. No, you will come to know. Then afterwards I realized what is he meant by God, what is God, and what is spiritualism, and what is self-knowledge. Till then I was not aware of anything. Slowly I got it, what I am.
There was one vacancy of a translator sometime in 1978 or 79. Because another one translator who was coming, he had started gathering Westerners around him. So he thought that he was also a guru, like something. So Maharaj didn't like it. So, and then he used to tell, when he was supposed to translate the actual word to word, he was not doing that. He is introducing his own thing, which Maharaj didn't like. So Maharaj one day said that we have stopped the evening session. In future, there will not be translation in the evening. There will not be any discussion. So you may not come from tomorrow. And then that vacancy he wanted to fill up. So he told Mullerpatan that you take his assistant, Gaitonde's assistants. So that evening, 5 o'clock to 6:30. That I used to translate from 5 to 5:30, and Mullerpatan from 5:30 to 6:30. So then that continued. That continued up to the end. When Maharaj was initially, he started imparting knowledge, self-knowledge. He started sometime maybe 45 or 50, during 40s sometime. He started. And thereafter, up to 50, up to 60, 70, the people, very few people used to come to Maharaj, and they were mostly Indians. But when Maurice Friedman first came to Maharaj, thereafter, that I am that when that was published.
I am that. Het is een heel merkwaardig boek.
Maharaj used to say that is the main culprit.
The birth of I am that took place here. Father Sudhakar Dikshit, and he met with Maurice Friedman, and they used to have meetings in this office. And I was a student in those days. I used to drop in many times, and I used to find them discussing about what shape the book should take in.
They used to have lunch here together around 12 o'clock, and most of the time I would have meeting with Mr. Dikshit, then I would come just around the same time, both of us sitting side by side. So I never knew he was going to be the author I would publish. He was a very soft-spoken person, wonderful man. I think he used to be in Illustrated Weekly of India. Jean Dunn, on the other side, she was so faithful follower of Maharaj, she would not want you to change even any comma or a period. She thought it would distort Maharaj. A wonderful person, generally not easy to work with because of her commitment to Maharaj. She was always on the defensive if you talked about something. She was a very poor woman. She lived off social security only. And she was used to smoking and everything. She had many problems. But even under those circumstances, when Maharaj's son was sick, she gave him financial help for his treatment. She was a wonderful person.
Actually, Maharaj didn't want to have publicity about himself. He said, the real thing doesn't need publicity. The false needs. Initially, he had a very low profile. So very few people were coming to him. But that he liked it so much that people are coming to me. He was surprised that self-knowledge, people are wanting this. So he said that when the devotional songs were sung in the ashram, the small place, he said that he felt like dancing in the hall with the slippers and shoes of the people who came, their disciples. Because of that, because of this attitude, those people who came, they started taking advantage of his goodness. Maharaj, in order to attract them and keep them with him, he started giving them spiritual experiences. Initially, you are not aware of that, you came late. Actually, he gave them some spiritual powers actually. They had some visions and all these things. Actually, they have no value. In reality speaking, they have no value. But they started getting certain experiences which were supernormal. So, thereby they had a feeling, those disciples, that because of their greatness it is happening. But Maharaj, then they started insulting Maharaj thereafter. Insulting him. They thought that they can pocket him and they can do they can take full advantage, whatever, as if Maharaj was their servant like that. Then Maharaj slowly changed, sometime in 1970, 71, 72, he slowly changed. Then when Maurice Friedman came to him, then he said that this is enough. Enough is enough. Then he started treating him as his disciples very strictly. And then the things changed. So when I reached him in 1976, I didn't experience anything fantastic.
Maharaj himself is fantastic.
Yes.
But actually on the first day I didn't notice that, but I said I will investigate. I will see him every day and let me see how he is. If he is good, I will continue, other I will stop. But thereafter, when I started getting the experience of egolessness, that is, all my worries used to vanish. I was working those days, so I had my own thoughts working on all that. All my worries, they slowly vanished like that. And then I said, this is something fantastic. This is only here it is happening, nowhere else. I had been to so many sages and so many gurus like that, but nowhere I could experience that. And that was enough for me. Bhajan I used to do in order to please Maharaj. That is the thing which Maharaj liked. And I will tell you, his beginning actually, he became a sage and the guru was no more in the body.
Yes, sir.
So he didn't know how to continue life because it has no meaning. Life has no meaning thereafter. Once you realize, it is all like a dream. He got instructions from his guru that whatever I have given you, you cannot repay it by any means. If you want to do anything nearly which I can receive from you, is you must do devotional songs, bhajans, 4 times a day. If you do this, I will receive it. That is enough for me. That is what his guru told him.
Could you describe, if possible, I know there's no words, when the I am begins to dissolve and the consciousness, and there's just nothing, could you say something, anything about that?
It is just like deep sleep.
Conscious deep sleep. Actually, deep sleep and samadhi, there is a similarity that in deep sleep, you are unconscious, you are sleeping. But here, you are almost having all the advantages, but consciously. And this Maharaj once expressed like this. Once what happened, we used to go there every day at 5 o'clock in the evening. Once we reached there at 4:45 and we saw Maharaj sitting there, and then after about 10 minutes, he turned to us. He said, I was absent. He was absent. He didn't know anything about it. But conscious, fully conscious, but no existence of anything. And now, because you have come, my I amness has come.
I don't know whether it is dissolving or not. I don't know exactly whether it is dissolving or not. I amness. That is the problem.
And you're not the I amness.
Yeah.
Yes.
देहाच्या ओळखीने देहाच्या रूपाने बघतोय पण बोलणारे देह नाही आहे विजयी आहे.
Most of the sages, they keep quiet. But Maharaj was not like that. But Maharaj used to talk to people only who came there. Maharaj has never given a public lecture. Never. Wherever he has talked, it was for a selected few people. Very selected few people. And there he used to take more care that nobody is hurt.
तुम्हाला समजते मग तुम्ही काय करायला मागता आता या जगात तुमच्या हिताकरता मी काय करायला मागता.
I will tell you, Maharaj used to say that whatever knowledge I am giving you, I should not tell this to the common people. Yes, this is very important. He said that people will throw stones at me. Common man is not fit for this. Very selected few.
मी तो म्हणतोय तुम्हाला आता पुढे मला बोलणं बंद केलं पाहिजे. मी आता काय बोलणार मोठे बोलणार ते या लोकांना कळलं नाही. लिहिला एखादा नाही असं नाही एक लिहिला एखादा. आता हा विचार तुझ्या प्रश्न उत्तर मी देत बसू का तुम्हीच तो काय विचार योग्य त्याच्या गरजेचे विचार असतो पण ती उत्तर मी देऊ शकतो नाही.
He said, because you come, take all the trouble, these foreigners take so much trouble coming all from so much distance, and they deserve it. They deserve it. They must be told. I am here only for that. He used to say. My only job, my only joy is this. He said, that is because of my Guru's grace. So I am telling that because of my Guru's grace, you are here, all of you.
पदार्थ ज्ञान देवा सरळे दृष्टादृष्टीपणे नवले. हा पदार्थ जर नाही तो जिथं होता तो आता दिसणार नाही. पदार्थ ज्ञान देवा सरळे दृष्टादृष्टीपणे नवले कुंड उतरे निपणाचा नेमका फुकट.
When Maharaj was talking, he used to slowly go from body mind to consciousness like that. And suppose he is talking on consciousness, then if somebody asks anything about body, he said, no, don't ask that. That is over. So now talk only about consciousness. So like that, so what was the topic going on according to that? He never entertained this worldly matters. No, he didn't like it.
स्वतःची काय जाण जो आणि जाणी तिथे वाटतं ती जाणं किंवा कळते मग काय त्यांनी म्हटलं तेच का घेऊन बस म्हणत नाही. काय त्यांनी म्हटलं तेच का घेऊन बस म्हणत नाही. मरायला पाहिजे तुला म्हणजे तुला तुझे हे नसणे होणार. मरायला पाहिजे तुला म्हणजे तुला मग तुझे असणे काय ते बघून घे. हे नसणे होणार असणे काय ते बघून घे.
Right now understand.
या वाक्याच्या अर्थावर तो बघून गेला. जागू खाता.
He always used to say, stay at the root. Find out the root. What is your root?
Be at the source.
आमच्या शब्दाप्रमाणे ऐकून राहायचं. वासना तुमच्या देहाच्या ओळखीची आहे. ही वासना स्वतःबद्दल पाहिजे. वासना स्वतः करता इच्छा, स्वतः करता आशा, स्वतःची आशा स्वतः करता पाहिजे. पण विजयी आहे त्याला आकार नाही आहे. त्या आकार नाही त्याची ओळख झाली पाहिजे म्हणजे आत्मज्ञान झालं पाहिजे.
Once he asked me, forget your name, forget your achievements or degrees, whatever it is, and tell me few words about you. I kept quiet. What can I say? That is the answer, he said. I am not a woman. I am not a man. Neither the saint nor a godman. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not a person of any kind. Neither the self nor the soul but much, much deeper than the black hole. I am nothing. I am nothing, but I am everything. Because everything is nothing and nothing is everything.
Nice.
That's what he said. I like the most that he says, no, everything happens. Doer is imaginary. Doer is imaginary, everything happens. That I like the most.
प्रपंच परमार्थ दोन्ही ठरतात ठरतेवर त्यांचे होणार आणि केलं वाटणार.
I'm like this, I'm like that. So if you are forget your me, then you are in heaven. And if you remember me, that is the hell. Forget me, forget my knowledge. So I took the meaning like this. Forget your me, his me, her me. That me you have to forget. Me and mine. That is the main point. Not forget Maharaj, but forget me. In everybody that is me is there, no? That me you have to forget.
Well, I'm not a person.
Yeah.
You're not a person.
That we can't digest.
Slowly.
Yeah. It will happen. His grace is there, it is flowing, but we have to make fit. We have to make ourselves fit for that.
तुझ्यावर चाललायचो काय तू आधी हटत नाही देहाच्या ओळखीचा प्रयोग तुझ्यावर गेला पाहिजे.
That is why he said, because of the very basic question that you expect something to move forward.
Once I asked him, Maharaj, give me realization.
Yeah?
Now I am laughing at it. But I asked, Maharaj, give me realization. Are you ready to die?
Maharaj himself, many a times he has said that I am dead and alive.
देह आकाराची ओळख राहिली काय नाही गेली काय त्याच्यावर परिणाम होतो.
After the individual dies, what remains is the absolute.
Mentally I got it. But inside I have to drink it daily.
And as you drink it daily, from moment to moment, what happened?
That I can't say.
No.
That is the experience, so I can't give words to it.
No words.
No.
निरर्थकता तुमच्या कल्पनेची होते. कल्पना निरर्थक आहे. आता आकाश ज्याच्या पापडीचा प्रकाश आहे. पापडी उघडल्यानंतर आकाश निर्माण होते. मग तो कसा आहे? ब्रह्मांड प्रलयाने ज्याला स्पर्श केला नाही तो आया.
Navanatha Sampradaya is started from Shiva, and there are so many gurus, in all 9 gurus, and thereafter there were so many other sages, then Siddharameshwar Maharaj. So this is a lineage, this is a lineage of the gurus that is passed on from one to another like that. So all of them, they say that we belong to this Nath Sampradaya. The first stage, Maharaj used to say that you identify yourself not with the body or mind, but with the consciousness. So that is the first part. Once you stabilize, once you give up the body identity, stabilize in the consciousness, meditate there, then you will see that you are not even the consciousness, but you are beyond it. You are the witness of the consciousness, and that is the absolute. The Maharaj, when he said what he considered himself to be was not body, not consciousness, but that absolute principle because of which everything is. Yeah, it's like that.
So when you say Maharaj,
I mean that absolute principle. Yeah, I mean the absolute principle.
I also mean the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Maharaj used to ask, do you think this is Maharaj? Do you call this as Maharaj? No, this is not Maharaj. This is Maharaja's body. And Maharaj is there. That means that principle. And I speak from there only.
Yeah, yeah. From the absolute. Yeah.
So insignificant. The space is a product or an outcome, or it depends on Maharaj principle. On that ultimate Maharaj principle, the space depends.
On the Maharaj principle. His own principle.
Ultimate principle is that Maharaj principle.
Maharaj says that the guru and disciple relation is such that whatever firm faith the disciple has about his guru, the same he will experience himself. If a disciple wrongly identifies his guru as the body, then he will remain at the body level only. But if he thinks that he is the consciousness, he will experience that himself. If he is the absolute principle, then that same. So like that. So Maharaj used to say, whatever you consider me to be, you will experience it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that way.
ज्ञानी नाही ज्ञान पण नाही ज्ञान आहे ते अन्नाचं सत्व आहे ही गोड आहे साखरेचा पाच आहे तो.
And he used to call this as chemical. This is chemical. He used that word, chemical, and all that is happening, mechanical.
तसं हे पण मला फार आवडतं पण हे मी आहे का नाही सत्वाचा गुण आहे तो.
Just as I like sweetness, similarly
त्याला नाव ठेवलं मूल मग झालं बापया.
He used to say that I am alive after my death. That's what his word. I am alive after my death. Now this death is the wrong identity according to me. What I understand by it, whatever we normally consider a human being to be, if that identity dies, then what remains is the absolute. So in case of Maharaj, he understood that what he considered himself to be in the initial stage of his life, he was not that. So that identity came to an end. That was the death of that identity, that body mind.
Death of the ego.
Ego is the death of the ego. Then what remains is the consciousness and the knower of the consciousness.
जाणीव आणि काय ते तारकार होणार एवढं बरी कसं जाणीव आणि काय तारकार होणार आणखी काय होणार ध्यानी जाणल्या म्हणजे अखेरी झाला तारकार नाहीच सगुणी नाही निर्गुणी नाही.
In case of Maharaj, he was not the consciousness at all. He was the witness. He used to call that consciousness as the Godhood, Ishvara. Ishvara. He said, Ishvara is my servant. He serves me, he said. Ishvara, because whatever I do, Ishvara, it may be in any form. All his disciples, they are Ishvara's embodiments of Ishvara. All living things are embodiments of Ishvara only, the consciousness. So, consciousness is the Ishvara, God principle, and Maharaj, the witness of that. So he used to say that consciousness serves me. Yes. Ishvara serves me. Yes.
ते कृष्ण माझा आत्मा हे सगळं म्हणतील.
Maharaj used to say something very interesting. He said that you can come across so many people who will say that Lord Krishna is my soul. But how many people will you come across who will say that I am his soul? Lord Krishna's soul. A few. Only a few can say that. There is no command. Only understand yourself and be free. That is the only important thing. And then things happen. There is no doer. When the doer dissolves, what happens is happening only. So there is no question of doing anything. But
it is our ignorance about our self. that we think that we are the doers.
Yes.
We don't know what we are exactly. So we think that we are doing the things like that.
निवड करायची कल्पना सोडून दे तर मोकळा होशील.
If you involve yourself with the process of making a choice or selection, you will be caught up. You will be caught up.
So ultimately, it is happening only, and there is no doership. It's like that.
And he used to say, please first realize yourself and do whatever, then do whatever you like.
I remember somebody said to him, there's no bhakti. And Maharaj said, I'm a bhakta. I'm an Atma bhakta. So my question is, since in the West, most people in the West, because of I am bad, they experience the Maharaj's teachings as like God. Like only.
You cannot distinguish
No.
like that. Yeah.
So that's my question. So obviously you can realize the absolute through devotion, or you can realize the absolute through jnana. Yep.
The principle is the same, no?
Yes.
The ways may be different, but principle is the same. You will reach same place by going this marga, jnana marga, and devotion also. So ultimate goal is the same. So I think both the amalgamation of devotion and knowledge, jnana marga.
In case of Maharaj, it is devotion after getting knowledge. See, his guru told him that you must do bhajans 4 times a day. That is bhakti after receiving full knowledge. That is a lesson. He has given this as a lesson to all his followers, that once you have knowledge, don't give up devotion. Let it continue, so that then you could just stabilize in that. To get stability, one has to do that. That is a good practice, that according to them.
And with devotion, it won't be dry thing.
Yeah.
Only knowledge means as if it is a dry thing. So if you add this devotion to it, then there will be love like that. Love is not dry. Devotion means love, I think. That love should be there.
ईश्वराच्या नावाने त्या ध्यानाने ध्यान करताना तू आत्मप्रेमला प्रसन्न होईल. आत्मप्रेम प्रसन्न होण्याकरता पण देवदेवानी करावं लागतं.
In order to propitiate that love for oneself,
I enjoy being separate from you. He tells the Absolute that let me be separate and let me enjoy the devotion to you. So that I don't want to merge with you, then I will not enjoy this.
Nothing is everything and everything is nothing. That one sentence is enough, isn't it?